I'm Megan, Senior Student Loan Consultant at Student Loan Planner, and I'm so excited you're here. We are super happy to help you with your student loan plan. What does a student loan consultation look like? I'm going to walk through that, but first, how can you schedule one? You can schedule a consultation by going to our website, studentloanplanner.com. You'll travel up here to the student loan section and get a custom plan. That will open up and give you a little more information here. Click on Get a Student Loan Plan again. And what it'll do is it'll take you to our page where it's going to help identify, are you a new client or are you a returning client? We do have a discount for folks who are returning for a follow-up consultation, but if you're brand new here, you'll want to check that first option. It'll take you to our calendar. When the calendar pulls up, you can choose your day and time that works best for you. Make sure to check that the time zone is correct so you know exactly what time you'll be meeting with your consultant. After you select your day and time, what you'll do is be prompted to answer a questionnaire about some basic details of your finances and your student loans. It'll be a quick questionnaire that you run through. You only have to submit this once. And the next follow-up item that's going to be included in the instructions is downloading your NSLDS file, your student loan data file that comes straight from the studentaid.gov website. That gives us the guts of everything that we're going to need, including your loan balance, loan types, interest rates, payment history, all of that good stuff that helps us put together our game plan for your loans. Who is the consultant that you're going to work with? Well, depending on your availability, you will be paired with one of our consultants on the team that is a certified student loan professional or a CSLP. And a lot of times we also have other credentials like the CFP professional designation, CHFC, CFA. So we're very credentialed when it comes to financial planning expertise and the specialized approach when it comes to student loans specifically. So what does a consultation look like? Well, we're going to start opening up the call with giving you the floor to tell us a little bit about your student loan story, your big questions, what you're hoping to accomplish on the call so we can get a good idea of just your situation in your own words. We would have already reviewed your details in that questionnaire that you submitted and the NSLDS file that you've sent us with your loan details. So we're aware of where you sit right now. What we want to know is where you're trying to go, your biggest pain points, your questions, and that'll help drive our conversation. Next, we proceed with walking through what your situation looks like just to get a good idea of where everything's at. This is an example of what an NSLDS file looks like when we convert it into something more legible. And it may not have all of these different types of loans on here, but you will see a list of loans for every loan type that you've borrowed and when. And this will give us a summary of our balance, or who our servicer is, what repayment plan we're on, what our monthly payment is. And it itemizes everything very nicely for us on the next page, giving us the individual interest rates that we have, if we consolidated, when we consolidated, and then our repayment history or forbearance history of our loans. And this gives us an idea of how long we've been in repayment and what repayment plans we're eligible for, so we can proceed with walking through what the best game plan is going to be for you. After we analyze the factual details, we jump into modeling out the different strategies that we can take with your student loan plan. So we'll plug in all of your details from the questionnaire and from the NSLDS file, so the factual details, the income information you provide, and we'll clarify this as we go along and input the information. We start to take a look at what the different repayment plans look like, what their payments look like, how long we'd be in repayment on those different plans, and stack up those options to help us compare what is going to be the best plan for us. And that's going to help us break down how much we're actually going to pay towards that plan over time. Is there going to be a remaining balance at the end of that timeline being on maybe an income-driven plan? Is there some kind of forgiveness expected? If so, is there a tax associated with that loan forgiveness that we need to plan for as well? For PSLF folks, there's not a tax associated with loan forgiveness, but we would model public service loan forgiveness as well if that's applicable. And really that breaks down into what our total cost of loan payback is, and we can compare that to our net present value numbers to see ultimately what is the cheapest way to go about paying back your loans or going towards loan forgiveness. And does that deviate from what you're currently doing? And if so, how do we get on track with the right plan? What repayment plan do we need to be on specifically? How do we apply for it? What does it look like over time as life and our income and our family situation changes? So we really talk about the plan and what it's supposed to look like, and then also what can change with the plan and how to pivot over time to make sure that the plan is as efficient as it possibly can be over time as well. We talk about ways to save money, so reducing your adjusted gross income by saving more maybe towards your pre-tax buckets that you have at your employer, looking at filing taxes married separately versus filing jointly to strategically exclude spousal income if we're looking towards keeping our payment as low as possible for a forgiveness path. So all of these different strategies we're going to be walking through, and we're going to be finding all the little savings hacks that we can to make your plan the most cost efficient as possible. To wrap up our call, we'll finalize the details of what our game plan is. We do send a recap email after our call with the instructions on how to implement that plan, and the consultation comes with email support after the call as well if you have any follow-up questions about the plan or the instructions that were sent post-consultation. We send the invoice for our call afterwards. You'll get our recap email and our invoice for paying us for our service through a service we call QuickBooks. It's an online invoicing software that you could pay by debit, credit, think PayPal as well, and that's all done online. What questions do we typically answer on these calls? Well, the overarching question is, what do I need to do with my loans? So we'll definitely answer that. We also get questions about, should I be filing jointly or separately? We can answer that. What happens if my spouse has student loans as well? We can answer that and make sure we have a game plan for you both and that your student loan plans are complementing each other, not fighting against each other. What can we expect Congress to do over the coming months? That's a common question we get these days because student loans are heavily in the news and things are changing pretty rapidly. So we do keep people posted on what is going on in the student loan system with our newsletter that we send out every Thursday for free. We're super excited to help you with your student loan plan, bring you some peace of mind, and help you get on track with your finances. Thanks for choosing us, and we look forward to talking with you soon.